Today I will explain top 10 Ansible interview questions with real YAML examples and practical explanations. The first question is difference between Ansible Playbook versus Ansible Role. So Ansible Playbook is basically the single YAML file where we can define the task, and Ansible Role is basically the folder structure where we can define and organize the multiple playbooks. So playbook is basically a single automation file and role is reusable and structure automation logic. So yeah, here we are installing the nginx in the single YAML file. But here we in the task folder in the main.yaml we can define the multiple playbooks inside it. Yeah, and the second question is what is the idempotency? So idempotency is ensuring the desired state without duplicating the changes. So what does that means? Whenever we running the same playbook multiple times, means if we are running the playbook site.yaml multiple times and we are installing the nginx for the multiple times we are running it, then it will not change the result after first successful executions. So it's ensure the desired state without duplicating the changes. So Ansible checks the current state of the node, and if the node is already in the desired state, means it's under means nginx is already installed, it does nothing, means it's not installing again and again. So that's it for idempotency. The third question is what is Ansible Inventory? So Ansible Inventory is basically we are storing the IP addresses for the target host. So we are defining the target host and groups of the IPs. Here we are using the group as a web, and here we are using the group as a database servers. So that is called as a Ansible Inventory. It is basically we are defining the target host and groups IPs. So third question is sorry, my bad. The fourth question is how do you handle failed task without stopping the executions? So for that we can use the keyword likes ignore errors and the block or reuse. It is block or reuse is basically for the complex exception handling logic, and ignore errors are going to use for the simple skips. So here you can see that. So we use ignore errors or block reuse mechanism to handle the failures gracefully without stopping the playbook. So yeah, that way we can handle the failed task without stopping the execution. The fifth question is what is become s? This is basically we are giving an the pseudo privileges. So if some files does not have the permissions, then we inside of that we are going to use the become x. So that's way we can get the privileges, the pseudo privileges of that file. So it is basically the root privileges. So become x allows the privileges of the root. So that's it. The sixth question is how do you manage different environments? Means how do you manage different environments, dev stage and pod in Ansible? So for that we can use the separate inventory files, or we can basically use the groups variables. So here we can use the separate inventory files, and inside that we are referring the dev stage and prod, and how we are going to use that using this command Ansible Playbook hyphen I, the inventory of our of our environment, that is the dev. Here we are going to use the prod and with the YAML file. So we manage the environments using the separate inventory files and environment specific groups variable. How we can use the group variables? Here is the show that we can use that. So that's it for this question. The seventh question is what are handlers? So what is that? Handlers are specific tasks that only run when notified by another task. So here we mention that by using the notify, it's restarting the nginx. So what does that mean? So it's basically the task only run when notified by another task. So another task means this is the task that notify that we are going to restart the nginx by running only when a change actually occurs. So that's it for this question. The eighth question is, how do you manage the OS specific task? So for that we are going to use the conditions with the Ansible. So we are going to use the conditions like Ansible OS family is Debian, and here we are going to use is Red Hat. So what does that mean? We use the when conditions combined with the Ansible OS family facts to handle cross-platform differences. So we use the when condition with these Ansible facts. So that's why we can manage the OS specific task. The ninth question is, how do you reuse the task and run a specific host? If we want to run the specific host group, then what is the command we can use? By using the limit, we are going to use the specific task. That means to run the specific task. So here is the command Ansible Playbook. This is the YAML file, and we inside of the YAML we are going to give a condition. We just only use the specific group like web or specific IPs or specific conditions. So we reuse the task using the import or include or and limit execution to specific host using the hyphen hyphen limit. So this is the simple way we can use that. So the last and final question is, how we can store the secrets in Ansible? So we can store the secrets in Ansible using the Ansible hold. We are going to use the vault of Ansible. So how we are going to create that? By using the Ansible vault. This is the command create secret.yaml that are going to create the secret.yaml file, and we need to give the password for that, and we are going to edit that using this command and storing the secrets. So that's why we are storing the secrets in Ansible using the Ansible vault. For that, this is the command. So we are going to store the sensitive data inside that. So yeah, this is the simple question. So how we can store the secrets in Ansible. That's it for this video. If you like it, please, if you like this video, please like it and please subscribe this channel. These are all the 10th question that I already covered inside of this PPT. You can check it and watch the whole video for this. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.